Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 3 in this series. And I finally realized why Woker keeps on leaving these games. Thank you. Absolutely thank you. For those of you guys who didn't realize it, anytime you have an observer in a game, it actually causes a bit of lag in the game. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to have that many observers in a game. You want the game to have as few people as possible. But if there's only 2 players in the game, you do not have the option of choosing the vision of someone else. And because of that, well, you end up having to turn off Fog of War from replays. Woker, thank you once again. Long, or just a good friend or a good acquaintance, good friend over at ESL helping me out here and making sure that you guys get some of the best WarCraft 3 coverage anywhere out there. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down here. Demon Hunter already out on the field. We're at the 2-minute 15-second mark on the board, and we are all tied up at 1 game apiece. This is between Happy and just another orc who, for some reason, has an infatuation with night elves currently, as he goes ahead and does some window shopping along the side of that goblin merchant shop. Picks up a circlet of nobility, doing a little bit of a sneak play, often common for blade masters, as the Demon Hunter now makes its way off to the north. Death Knight will not be able to get to that archer, at least to finish it off, as the Moonwell does exactly what it's supposed to do. Heal back up that archer, as the archer now tries to run back and chase down that Death Knight. Death Knight takes down a pig. It looks like an Acolyte didn't try to take down a pig or a sheep this time around, as we are looking at the Death Knight still wandering around back off to the north. Meanwhile, down to the south here, a lone Wisp finally finds his opponent on the southern side of Twisted Meadows, as mana burns being used on that Death Knight. Not quite sure if I agree with the mana burn usage there, and a beautiful slip by the pig using a critter on the map in order to get some distance away from just another Demon Hunter. I don't know if that was deliberate or on accident, but I'm just gonna say it was on purpose, and because it was on purpose, it was beautiful. Alright, ghouls now making their way across over here. Death Knight will be able to get to level 2 off of this creep camp. He has already taken out something on the map, hence his little bit of extra experience, and now that Null Overseer will give him level 2. Death Coil is gonna be in position. Death Knight, I'm going to have to deal with a Demon Hunter who does have Boots of Speed. Circlet of Nobility has been dropped. Death Knight comes across here, and oh my gosh, could have had a straight up surround. All right, you have 8 of you and your 8 of your best friends ready to try and surround your long-awaited foe, and you could not do it because he just walked around a corner and surprised you. All right, Demon Hunter now coming back the other way, and is he going to get trapped? He is trapped. Death Knight absolutely trapped by the skeletal minions and the ghouls. Meanwhile, Death Knight is off over here. Did he get a steal? It looks like he did not, as the units are all now looking to back away. Demon Hunter still sitting at level 1, taking a little bit of a beating, gets purged as well as he slows up. Skeletal Minion now trying to get away. Death Knight now trying to do a little bit of boxing patterns, as well as the Null Warden could get taken out very quickly. There it goes. A little bit of extra experience as the Demon Hunter tries to shake and bake his way back into this game. Death Knight heading back off to the north here. Demon Hunter, is he going to get boxed out? That Death Knight with that Unholy Aura is pretty fast and difficult to deal with. Death Knight also does not have Dust of Appearance, so you have to be very careful with those archers who are going to be currently shadow melding. Demon are now trying to push back away, finishes off a ghoul as we see a detonation clear up some of those skeletal minions. Alright, Tree of Ages just attacking away at all of these units. Demon Hunter may be able to get another ghoul off. Is it going to be able to slip through? And yes, it does. Skeletal minions purposely block the path of the Demon Hunter, allowing time for that ghoul to escape. Beautiful micro by Happy, doing all of those small things in order to protect those other units. And so far, this has been a great game for small skirmishes, where players are doing small things right and they are having big outcomes and plays. Alright, ghouls now making their way back across over here. Did the Ancient of War get the kill? No, the ghoul is going to be able to head back all the way. Death Knight still leading and trying to go after all these units. There's a detonation there, as the Demon Hunter going to go after the Death Knight still. Alright, running back away. We can see Naga Sea Witch going up against a Panda. The Panda finishes off Ghoul number 1, but the Ghouls are going to get the surround right there. This could potentially be a problem. Staff of Teleportation onto the Panda, but the Panda is going to get a Scroll of Town Portal transferred in order to get saved. Archer still goes down. And wow, this is going to be a problem now for just another orc. Panda sitting at level 1 probably should have just died at this stage. He drains the Moonwells, low on hit points, and this is just going to go from bad to worse. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter can easily head back off to the north here. Panda and Demon Hunter both sitting at level 1. Naga Sea Witch, Death Knight sitting at 2 and 1. 2 being the Death Knight, obviously, as the Demon Hunter still trying to run away. Dual Ancients of Lore are already up for just another orc. Panda is getting into position. Mana Burn onto the Naga Sea Witch right there. Breath of Fire across multiple ghouls as the Demon Hunter is trying to slip away, and it looks as though it is going to be in trouble. Demon Hunter at level 1, gonna end up falling. Death Knight, does he get the experience? Yes, he does. Breath of Fire finishes off a ghoul that was past the woods as the Demon Hunter sits at level 1. Meanwhile, Ghoul is also going to fall as well. Death Knight still sitting at level 2. Going to be going after some of these archers. The Moonwells, as you remember, are pretty much bone dry, and there is no shadow melding coming across any longer. Can the Death Knight and the Naga Sea Witch deal enough damage here to finish things off? One more arrow will do it. There it goes as the Death Knight and the Panda still battling it out. All right, could go after another archer here. 1 or 2 more blows. There it goes. Finishing off Archer and Archer as the Demon Hunter needs to get back into this game. Ghouls will be heading back home. One very, very upset Dryad protecting the forest and now prancing back home as well. 31 over 40 supply compared to 34 over 40. Both sides having heavy casualties at this stage. As the Panda now at level 2, Demon Hunter still sitting at level 1, 8 minutes and 20 seconds into this game. Ancient of War going to be doing some absorbing of damage, tanking all of that damage, making sure to protect all of these higher priority targets. Demon Hunter and Panda in position. Ogre Magi is here as well. Tome of Strength picked up. Meanwhile, what is the Undead Happy doing during this time? He is going to be doing some creeping as well, purposely pulling back these units so that his back is facing his own army and his own reinforcements. Obsidian Statue now finally joining in on the fight. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 1. We should be getting up a Lich relatively soon if it is not already out. A Lich should be trained up here in just a second here. There you go. As the Rock Golem going to get cleared up. Mantle of Intelligence and Potion of Invulnerability. Ogre Warrior now taken out. Forest Troll now taken out as well, as we're going to see multiple targets and this creep camp get cleared. Just Another Orc looking to set up an expansion, and this is going to be good if Just Another Orc can get this game to run long. By getting the game to run long, can trade 1-for-1, even a little bit less than efficient, and still come out ahead as long as the undead heroes do not get to level, well, as long as the Lich does not get to 5 and level 3 and the Death Knight does not get to 5, you will be fine. Once those heroes hit that level, the amount of nuking power and slowing power from the Naga Sea Witch and eventual Frostworms cannot be ignored. We're looking at 42 over 50 supply, still no Sacrificial Pit, picking up that Orb of Corruption. Come on, don't make me a liar. Don't make me a liar. Am I temporarily challenged? I am temporarily challenged. All right, as the Lich comes out across, gonna get a detonation for all of his efforts, but now making his way back off to the north. We can see Happy has gotten 2 Crypt Fiends so far. He's still trying to aggro this Forest Troll Warlord creep camp from the Goblin Merchant shop and pull it over. Instead, he now suspects that his opponent is doing the same exact thing, trying to creep out the other side. And nope, no cold arrows from that Naga Sea Witch. Instead, goes after and lets the creeps get in between the units. Ogre Warrior is not going to try and engage. Death Knight gonna stay at level 3. Naga Sea Witch gonna stay at 2. Lich, for some reason, was staying back at home. Not quite sure what was going on there, and is still behind in terms of overall experience. Death Knight Still wandering around here. Lich is getting into position now, and that -5 armor debuff is going to be critical. Are we going to see a Scroll of Healing or Potion of Lesser Invulnerability from either of these? Runed Bracers quickly sold, not liked at all, considering, well, the Breath of Fire is not high damage towards a single target hero, and the Mana Burn is not really high damage either. More of an issue with the mana lost. Death Knight still sitting at 3, Lich sitting at 1, is on the board with some experience. Naga Sea Witch still sitting at 2 as the Ancient of War slowly treks his way. Really, at this point, should have just turned around and started attacking instead. If you know you're going to lose the target, unless you're trying to buy time, as the expansion has been scouted out. This expansion has not even mined a 10 gold as of yet, as the Dryads quickly run in only to get quickly torn apart. All right, a number of Dryads. Are they going to be enough? Death Coil saving Death Knight. Still trying to fight back up. Frost Nova, Demon Hunter sitting at level 2, not level 3. Very, very important there. Mana Burn's only at 50, as another Death Coil could be coming across. Death Coil saving a Crypt Fiend could be big right here, right now. Death Knight still going after some additional targets, not saving a Ghoul. Not quite sure what's going on. Death Knight, Frost Nova, Staff of Preservation after the Forked Lightning, as the Panda is able to get away. Crypt Fiend still engaging here. Ogre Mauler is in position. He is taking a lot of damage. Death Knight still has plenty of mana to go. Demon Hunter is going to get finished off, though, as the Panda joins back in on the fight. All right, Panda comes back in on the fight, sitting at level 3, but he teleported to the wrong side. And with that, even with a Potion of Healing, this is not looking good at all. All right, no, it looks as though the Panda's going to be able to get away. Is anything else going to get away? A number of other things are going to get away. Can the Abomination finish off a unit or two? Just go after the Forest Troll Berserker at the very least. One more blow would have had it, as the Forest Troll Berserker does get taken down. Obsidian statues are still all in position here. Mining of the gold mine, extremely important in order to go ahead and take that down. Death Knight still has a little bit of mana, could go ahead and Death Coil this Abomination, quickly gets detonated, and gonna most likely get detonated again. There you have it. Death Knight finally low on mana, as the expansion not gonna work out for just another Orc, and it will get taken down. There it goes. Naga Sea Witch, Lich, Death Knight, all ready to go, adding in another Crypt Fiend and an Abomination. Are we going to go after the Goblin Laboratory as well? It looks as though that is going to be the case. Naga Sea Witch sitting at 3, Lich is sitting at 2, as the Death Knight goes over for some shopping, picks up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, double Scrolls of Healing, which he will most likely share around with everyone. Rune Bracers and Tome of Experience. Rune Bracers picked up, most likely the Rune Bracers is going to be picked up by the Death Knight. Scroll of Healing going to be switched back around. Rune Bracers are going to be sold. Lich gets to level 3, and that Lich leveled up in an absolute hurry. Death Knight sitting at level 3 sells those Rune Bracers. Come on, sell them. Picks up anything else useful? Nope, not anything else useful, as we are now clearing out some red creep camps. This is where I believe, is this Anacondra? Yep. This is where I believe the Undead and Happy is going to start being able to finish things up. We see a Staff of Silence, perfect item right there for that Death Knight. Level 4 on that Death Knight as well. Level 2 Unholy Aura, don't make me a liar. There you have it. Tome of Strength. Of course, Happy decides not to read it, as the Death Knight now has level 2 Unholy Aura to allow his units to move slightly faster and also regenerate more hit points. You can see Obsidian statues, even though they are mechanical units, do get base regeneration of a typical living unit, such as an Orc or a Grunt. Units now making their way back off to the north here. Meanwhile, Panda and Demon Hunter gonna go ahead and engage. Things moving around here. Pendant of Mana on the Pandarin Brewmaster. That might be able to swing things in favor for just another Orc. If he's able to get off a lot of breaths of fire across those Crypt Fiends, he could melt them away. Demon Hunter now trying to slip away. Naga Sea Witch with Boots of Speed, unable to catch up. And what is going to be happening here? They're going to be straight running for that Goblin Laboratory, not spotting anything new. All right, Lich going to pick up Robes of the Magi +6. Come on, picking up +13 damage now. and that Lich would be just shy of level 4. All right, are we going to be able to pick up some units? Dryad's looking to finish off a Ghoul. Ghoul is very low on hit points. Is he going to be able to get away? No death coil at all. Ghoul down to 78 hit points and is almost back on Blight. No, not going to be able to make it, as the Dryads are just going to do a quick drive-by of the Undead base. You do not want to try and engage an Undead base with just Dryads. The Black Citadel and the Nerubian Towers alone are going to be very difficult, as we are looking to see if another expansion is going to be placed down, and yes, it is. Just another Orc hoping to go for the long-term game, perhaps trying to take a play out of Moon's book, and, well, it is unfortunately not working out for him just quite yet. Destroyer up in the air, ready to go. Meanwhile, Dryads are back down to the south. Abominations, Crypt Fiends, everything now ready. Dryads are going to be trained up. Supply count 56 compared to 68, as the Dryads are going to start poking apart at this sacrificial pit. Happy is more than content to deal with that right now, as the Ancient of Lore is going to pop out one Dryad just in time to die. Yes, it will. The Dryad's now looking to back off again. More units trying to get away. All right, going after some of those units over here. Meanwhile, you can see Scroll of Town Portal. Damage is being done back. Where are they going to land? There's the question. And Crypt Fiends, Silence, Frost Nova, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, Burrow on a Crypt Fiend, Breath of Fire across multiple units, as the units are still trying to engage. Crypt Fiends are still engaging against those Dryads. No easy ways to deal with that many Dryads right now, but the Crypt Fiends are doing their absolute best to stay alive. Abomination in position, Breath of Fire, and oh, there is, I believe, a Dark Ritual there. Lich still has plenty of mana ready to go. Is he going to be able to Frost Nova anything else? That is the big question. Demon Hunter back over there, just Frost Nova it, and it will die. It was able to heal, but Happy still takes the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.